right, everybody, we are ready for the third round of the Farmers Insurance Classic here at Torrey Pines. If you watched the first two rounds, you saw we had 57 golfers make the cut plus one outstanding golfer for a total of 58. That outstanding golfer is Hideki Matsuyama. He is the outstanding golfer. All these fellows over here missed the cut. However, I was reading in the book, and it says that you're supposed to have at least 70. That's what it says here, at least 70. And it says if the number of cards is less than 70, add enough cards randomly or by choice for the missed cut stack. So I can either do it randomly or by choice. My choice would be to make the guys who had the best tournament ratings make the cut. So I need basically 11 golfers to make the cut from this stack is what I need, according to that. So I'm going to take the 11 best golfers that I can find in the stack here of the cut guys. So that'll allow guys who are good golfers but just missed the cut to come back in and actually make the cut and compete. So Vince Whaley is one of those. Adam Schenk is another, most likely. I'm going to take the 3s and 4s and less, basically, are what I'm going to try, and then I'll whittle it down after that. I don't think there's any 5s that have to worry about that, but I could be wrong. Let's see here. We got a 4 here. We got a 3. I'm just doing 3s and 4s and less for right now. If there's anybody 5 or over, I'm not going to mess with them. So that's 8 so far. Do we have anybody else? There's got to be other people here that are 4 or less, you would think. No. Might have to go up to 5. Oh, it's Fishburne. That's another one. Who else do we have here that might Lauer? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Kurt Kitayama. See any of those? Well, these are 6s and 7s and 5s, 8s even. There's a 4C for Daniel Berger. And that's it. Everybody else is a 5 or worse. So we've got 12 golfers all right there. And that would make it, with the 57 we have here, the 12 would make it 69, and he would be the 70th. So all these guys are going to end up making the cut after all. And only names I've really heard of out of this group is about 3 or 4 of them. I've obviously heard of Brent Snedeker, heard of Cam Young, heard of Daniel Berger, and I think I've heard of Kitayama. But the other guys I really have not heard of. But they're going to be in the group. So how about that? So that means all of them are going to make the cut. Those 12 guys are going to be added in to give us a total of 70. So I'm going to take these guys that made the cut, and we are going to shuffle and make 7 stacks because the outstanding golfer gets his own stack. So we're going to take these 7 in stacks of 10. There's going to be a stack of 10. The last one will have a stack of 9. And I am going to be, like I said, OCD about it and count them out. Even though it takes a few seconds longer, I still think it's worth it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's the first grouping. That's a stack of 10. Go for another stack of 10. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's another stack of 10. We need 7 of those stacks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's stack number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 4 stack. Come down here for the next row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the first 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this group should have 9 remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So there you have it. That's what we are going with. I do have some tokens out to put on these players if they're going to get to roll for perks. And the way we roll for perks on this chart, it's kind of hard to see it, but there are little notations here, these little triangles. If you roll one of them, that means you get to roll on the perks, which are over here. And they could be good, could be bad, just depends. But we'll see what happens with that. All right. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Matsuyama. He is the only outstanding golfer. So he doesn't compete with anyone. He's in his own little world here. And we'll roll on this third round. Same thing, reading in ascending order. And we get a 16. 16 says contends, and you get that perk. So he's going to get the perk. Let's see here. Contends with an A. So he's going to be there with an A. He will be on the group with an A. And he does get to roll for a perk later. I need to move these down because I'm going to start putting guys in these stacks, and it's going to be something else. All right, so Matsuyama contends with an A, and he will get a perk check. Now we go to this stack. We get an 11. 11 says top golfer contends with an A plus. Others contend with B pluses. So we're looking for the top golfer in this group, and they will get a perk, and they will contend with an A plus. So they'll be the leader. So who's going to be the top golfer in this group? We've got 3 C's. I've got a 2C, actually 2B, Novak. Andrew Novak is going to be in the A plus group, and he will get a perk as well. And the rest of these guys, Justin Rose, Zuber, Hoshino, McGreevy, Vegas, Smalley, Racerman, Van Ruin, and Charlie Hoffman are all B pluses, which means they could possibly contend in the 4th round. Possibly. So we keep track of them because you never know what might happen. Now we go to this group. A 26. And a 26 says, draw golfer contends with A minus, other finish B minus. So no perks on this one. So whoever we draw out is going to be on the A minus, and everybody else that didn't get drawn will be in the B minus field, and they're done for the week, basically. So who's going to contend? It's the draw golfer, the guy that's right on top. That is Michael Kim. He will be an A minus. These other golfers will be out of contention. Stephen Fisk, J.J. Spawn, Stam Stevens, Luke List. Let's see. They will make the cut, but we'll have to do their score offline. This Koiven guy, he didn't contend. Kim, the other Kim, Siwoo Kim. Kanaya, Brent Snedeker, and Rico Hoey. They all are B minus. And we need to keep them at B minus because that's going to help determine their points, their final score of the round, and their points based on how they finish. Next grouping. It's a 66. Wow. 66. Top golfer contends with B plus. Low golfer finishes D minus. The others are C. So even the top golfer in this group is going to be in the B plus stack. So this is a rough draw with a 66. So let's see who the top golfer is out of all this grouping here. They will get the B plus. So far, I'm seeing 4A is the top golfer. Oh, I'm sorry, 3C is now the top golfer. Now 2C. So Higo will be in the B plus stack. He is the top golfer. And then it says the low golfer gets a D minus, whoever the low golfer is. So who's got the worst score? Looks like Silverman, perhaps. Okay, looks like we had some Xfinity issues. I'm glad they're not sponsoring the tournament with us. So I'll do a quick recap because I'm not sure when this thing cut off on me. So I will do a quick recap for you. Matsuyama was the uh, outstanding golfer. He rolled and got an A. Novak got to be the top or got the A plus rating, and then Kim got A minus. Everybody else is grouped in there either B pluses, B minuses, C's, or D minuses, and we've got 4 groupings left to see where everybody stands. And we need to have 12 golfers make it to the final round in the top 12. So if we don't get 12, I'll go back to B plus and take anybody that, take the best golfers to fill the gap. Right now we're going to this grouping. I apologize for, I don't know what, I just happened to look over at my laptop and saw it spinning, saw the circles in the sand. So I don't know what was missed and what wasn't. But that's kind of where we're standing right now. The only guys that are in the top 12 right now are Novak, Matsuyama, and Kim. Matsuyama and Novak have perks. Kim does not. All right, so we go to the next grouping, and we get a 55. 55 says all golfers contend with B. Boy, that's it. That means all these golfers are pretty much done for the weekend. So Daniel Berger, David Lipsky, Norlander, Villegas, Paul, Skins, Wallace, Castillo, Cam Young, and Ben Griffin, they're all gone. They're in the B's. And they're pretty much done for the weekend. Pretty much, like I said, anything B or less, you're pretty much done for the weekend. All right. Next grouping, 23. 23, draw golfer contends with A, all others B plus. So the draw golfer contends with an A. Who is the draw golfer going to be? It is Rory McIlroy. He contends with an A. How about that? No perk, though. He does not get a perk. On the 23, there is no perk there. The others contend with regular, or is it B plus? With the 23, it's B plus. So they all go in the B plus stack, which can be big because it doesn't look like we're going to get 12 here. So we're going to be going to the B plus to get our 12. So Jacob Bridgman, Putnam, Jake Knapp, Kevin Yu, Chad Ramey, Keegan Bradley, Maverick McNeely, Tosti, and Chris Gotterup are all in the B pluses. So the guys that are 1s and 2s in this B plus category have a good chance of making the cut. I'm making the final group. All right, next up, 2 groups left. 45. 45 says draw golfer contends and gets a perk. So we'll put our little perk over here. Draw golfer contends with an A minus. So he's going to be right here with Kim, and he gets a perk. The draw golfer is Shane Lowry. So Shane Lowry will contend with an A minus, and he gets a perk. Top golfer contends with an A. All right, so let's see who the top golfer is. Top golfer of this group. Right now it's Vince Whaley, unless somebody beats him out. Also have Kitayama. Oh, Ludwig Aberg is going to beat them both out. So Aberg with a 2B is the top golfer as a 2. So let's move this over here where we can see it a little bit better, hopefully. All right, so the roll was a 45. So draw golfer contends with the A minus. So that was Lowry. And then top golfer contends with A. So Ludwig's going to be on here with a no perk for Ludwig, but he does contend with an A. All others finish D plus. Wow, that's pretty bad. So all these guys, Roy, Rogers, Hodges, Wu, M, Whaley, Kitayama, and Fishburne all finish with a D plus. Really bad. All right, last grouping, and we only have, 6 golfers so far, so good chance for somebody in the B plus group to make it around and make it in the final grouping anyway. We get a 24. 24 says top golfer contends. They do get a perk. So top golfer will contend with an A. Top golfer contends with an A. Jason Day is a 3A. Gerard's a 3. A whole bunch of 3As here. Can anybody beat a 3A? No, they can't. So that's going to pretty much fill the Looks like that's going to fill the grouping right here. All these 3As are going to be in there. So Walker, Pendrith, Cole, and Grillo don't make it, and they go into C pluses. So now these guys, all of these guys here, the 5 that are there, let's see here, they all get perks. Man, that's a lot of guys getting perks. I don't know if I want all those guys to get perks, but I guess they're supposed to. They contend with an A, so they're in this grouping right here. I'm going to put all of them together and give them a perk. So I'm going to put this one red thing on all of them. They're in the A category and they get a perk. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I still need one more guy apparently. 1, 2, let me recount this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so we need one more guy from Group B+. plus. I'm going to take the best golfer, best rated golfer from B+ plus is going to make it. Whoever the best rated golfer is. Right now we've got a 2C. Keegan Bradley's a 2B. He might sneak in there. Whoop, nope, take it back. Patrick McNeely's a 2A, so he's going to bump him out. I don't think anybody can beat a 2A. Yep, that's it. So Patrick McNeely will sneak in with the B+, but he does make it into the final grouping. And those are the 12 right there. Those are the 12. Now that we have the 12, we're going to come over here and take care of the guys that had the perks and see what they did, or see what they get as far as their perks go. So all these 5, we'll do these 5 here together to get them out of the way. And so I don't get anybody confused. Or did I have too many here? 6? No, we got it right. Okay, there's 6 guys here. There's 6 guys that were 3As that all get perks. So I'm going to line them up in a row to make it easier. But they all get perks. And I will write that on the score sheet. Actually, right now, not on a score sheet, but just on a plain piece of paper, I'll write it on there. I'll write down what their perks are. And then we can get their roll for their scores and see and fill in the total sheet and get ready for Sunday. So right now, we are looking at the I can't even pronounce the name, Thorbornson or something or other. So we're going to roll for that. The black die will tell us where we are. The white die will tell us which row in that column. So we get a 54. That means start round with so many red chips. All right. X number of red chips. He's going to start with 5 red chips. Wow. So that's pretty rough there for Thorbornson. I don't think anybody's ever started with 5 red chips before, but he's going to do it. He starts with 5 red chips. So I'm not going to pull the chips out now. I'm writing all this stuff down to put it on the score sheet for later. So he starts with 5 red chips. How about that? Schmid, a 66. Gain extra control. And let's see here. Extra control till further notice. That's for Schmid. So he gains extra control. And I believe what that means is if you roll a white die 4, you get control of the hole regardless of what the hole says. So Schmid gets extra control. That's his perk. All right, Jason Day. That's a 6 and a 1. Gain sunny quality. So Jason Day will be sunny when he starts his 4th round. Next up is Harris English. That's an 11. 1-1, lose choice quality. Ooh, he's got to lose a quality. Well, did we take away his icon? I think we might take away his icon. I don't really want to mess with master or legend. Or do I want to take away his legend? I definitely don't want to mess with gold. I want to be a gold putter. It's between legend and icon. Wow. But Legend's only a semi, so I think I have to go with whatever full quality he has. So we're going to take the, let's see here, English, loses icon. That is his adjustment. Gerard, or Geraro, I'm not sure what it is there. 6 and a 2. Gains Stormy quality. Oh, that's not good. So Gerard, or Geraro, A-R-D, Stormy. He will start storming. And Ludwig Aberg, 6 and a 2. Whoops. 6 and a 2. He also gains a stormy quality. We just had that. So Aberg is also going to be stormy. All right, now we go to Shane Lowry. He's on the perk list. 4-3. Starts round with so many blue chips. He's going to start with 1 blue chip. All right, so Shane Lowry starts with 1 blue chip. All right, so that is Shane Lowry. Now we go to Matsuyama, see what his perk is. 24 for Matsuyama. Starts round with so many red chips. And it could be, we need the decider die to see if it's till further. Well, red chips aren't going to be till further notice, I don't think. So how many red chips does he start with? He starts with 1. So Matsuyama starts with 1 red chip. Now it says on that, there's a question mark there. It says, for this symbol result, roll decider die that indicates the perk issues in effect till further notice. So I'm assuming if we roll it for further notice, that means every tournament he starts with 1 red chip. I'm guessing that's what it's talking about. So we're going to see. I didn't get the decider die out. I need to do that now. So let's see if he carries that with him. He will. So he's on a further notice, till further notice. Red chip till further notice. So that means every tournament he's going to start with a red chip unless something comes up to change that. And now the final is Novak, our leader. He gets a 6 and a 3. Gains lucky quality. So he gains the lucky quality. Novak is going to be lucky. That means pretty much he always has a blue chip. All right, so looking at our results, Dvorson's going to start with 5 red chips. Schmitz gets extra control. Jason Day is sunny. Harris English loses his icon. Gerard and Aberg start stormy. Lowry starts with 1 blue chip. Matsuyama starts with 1 red chip till further notice. And Novak is lucky. So that's what we have there. So all these guys were in the A- category, I think. Or were they in the A? I'm trying to remember what they were in. Don't remember. I'm thinking they were in the A-. I thought they were in the A, not the A-. Now I'm drawing a blank as to what they would be. But now we need our score, and I'm actually gonna. I think I'm going to start them in the A. I think I'm going to start them in the. Yeah, they were in. I think they were in this grouping. Pretty sure they were in that grouping. Let me go back and look here just to be on the safe side. I'm going to backtrack here and figure out where I put them. Yeah, it looks like they're all in the A group. Okay, so they were supposed to be in the A group. So that's where they will be. And now, to finish out round 3, we're going to figure out what their scores are. And the first thing we have to do is figure out what the winning score was in the San Diego Torrey Pines Insurance Open. So I'm going to go to Google real quick to get that. 2025. Let's see here. 2025 Farmers Insurance. open leaderboard. All right, so Harris English finished -8. Does that give me his score? I think ESPN is going to have to give me the score here, probably. Maybe. This gives me -8, but it doesn't give me a number amount. Let's see if this gives me a number course score here. It's -8. Whoops, I think I just saw it. Hold on. Total. No, it didn't give me that. I got to figure out what the scoring is here. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Now we got the scoring. So the score was 280. Total was 280. 280 is what the winning score is. 280 for Harris English, who won the tournament. So 280 is where we're starting. So that means it's over 277. So the A+ golfer Novak is either going to be 209 or 210, depending on the decider die. And he's 209. So Novak's going to start at 209. He is a total of 209 is Novak. I'm going to write this also not on the official score sheet, but just on a piece of paper so I can copy it over neatly later. So Novak is at 209. All right. Now we go to the A's, and the A's are either 211 or 212, and there's a whole bunch of them to check it out. Start with Matsuyama. Is he a 211 or a 212? He is a 211. So Matsuyama is 2 shots back at 211. How much company does he have at 211? Well, McIlroy is also 211. And now we're doing the Boynton, whatever his name is, he's 212. I'm just going to call him Thor for short, just to abbreviate it. Then we're looking at Schmid. He is a 211. Then we're going to have Aberg. He's a 211. Then we're going to have Gerard or Geraro, whichever way it is. And I will figure it out by the 4th round exactly what to call him. Gerard, whatever. He didn't make it, so he's a 212. Harris English, who actually won this tournament, real world, he's also 212, so he'll start 3 shots back, but definitely in contention for sure. Now we got spam calls coming in. Just what I needed. Jason Day is the last one to check in this group, and he is a 211. All right, so the next group is the A- group, the 2 guys at A-, and they're going to be 213 or 214. So first one is Kim, and he is a 214 for Kim. And Shane Lowry, the other one, he's also 214. So nobody at 213. We got Lowry at 214. And then McNeely is the B+. And as a B+, he is either 215 or 216. He's a 215. And that is for McNeely. So let me make sure I've got my 12 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, I sure do. All right, so the first thing I want to do, clear all this off, but I want to keep my B+ golfers handy because they could come into contention later. The other guys, I'm going to keep them in their alphabet, but they're out of the weekend. They're just going to the end and waiting until the tournament's over to figure out what their final scores will be. So they're in that grouping. And we're going to set up where everybody is. Novak is your leader. He's at 209. 2 shots back, we're going to have Matsuyama, McIlroy, Schmid, Aberg, and Jason Day. So those are the guys at 2 shots back, 211. 212, we're going to have the Bjornsson. We're going to have Gerard, and we're going to have Harris English. 5 shots back, we're going to have Kim and Lowry. They are 5 shots back. And on the bubble is McNeely. He is 6 shots back. So let's push this over here a little bit more. So that's what we have. Oops. That's where we are right there. Heading into the final round. That's where we stand here at Torrey Pines. Now, let's look at the perks. All right. Unfortunately for the Bjornsson, or whatever, however you pronounce that name, he's going to start with 5 red chips. So I'm going to put him at the bottom just for ease of showing this. He is going to get 5 red chips. Amazing. 5 red chips. That's what he rolled. And so that's the way we roll. If he rolls that, we roll that. All right. Now, 1 blue chip belongs to Shane Lowry. So he gets the 1 blue chip. And let's see, anybody else get chips? Matsuyama starts with a red chip. Where are you, Matsuyama? There you are. There. Let's see, any other chips to give out? That would be it for the chips. Now, I will write down the ratings for everybody else when the time comes on the score sheet. So now I'm ready to fill in the actual score sheet based on what we have here. So, using my cheat sheet and the official score sheet for Torrey Pines, our official Torrey Pines score sheet, we have Novak at 209. We have Matsuyama. So the last pairing is going to be Novak and Matsuyama. They will be the final group out. And Matsuyama is a 211. He's in a big tie for second place. 2 strokes back. All right. Also in that grouping is McElroy and Schmid. Schmid. So they are also 211. 2 shots back. Tied for second. And then we have Aberg and Day at 211. So we have McElroy and Schmid in the next to last group. And then we have Aberg and Day in the fourth to the last group. All right. And at 212 in third place, or technically in third place all alone, is going to be Thor. And he's got a score of 212, 3 shots back, along with Harris English and Gerard. Or Gerard. I'm still not sure which that is. Here's English. All right, so we're going to have Thor and Gerard in the third to last group. At 214 in fourth place, we have Kim and we have Lowry. And they are at 214, 5 shots back. And then McNeely, 6 shots back. So McNeely and Lowry will be in the first group. And the next to last group will be English and Kim. Kim. All right, now we're going to start writing in the perks here that need to be written in. Schmid has extra control, so he gets extra control. That's Schmid. All right, Day is sunny. Jason Day is sunny. English loses icon. Gerard is stormy, as is Aberg. So interestingly, in this group, in this pairing here, you got Day, who is, well, can't even see it. In this pairing here, you have Day, who is sunny, against Aberg, who is stormy. I'll show a close-up of this in a minute, once I get it all filled in. Lowry starts with the blue chip. Matsuyama. Novak is lucky. So we go to Novak. He gets the lucky quality. He's actually the leader as well. So this is what we have. Let me see if I can show it on the screen here to get it all for you. That's the leaderboard, top 12. Our final pairing is going to be Novak and Matsuyama. Second to last group, Schmid and McElroy. Aberg and Day, fourth to last. Third pairing is Thor and Gerard. Second pairing, English Kim. And the first pairing is McNeely Lowry. English will lose the icon for this round, or this tournament. Gerard starts stormy, as does Aberg. Jason Day starts sunny. Schmid has extra control. And Novak is lucky. So, and then for Matsuyama, I'll go right in, didn't do it here, but red chip TFN. Start red chip TFN. So it's kind of hard to read it there, but I wrote start red chip TFN. All right, so that's where we sit at the moment. That is exactly where we are sitting as we head into the final round. So let's back this out a little bit so you can see everybody. That's where we are. And poor Thorbjornsen's got those 5 red chips. He's just going to give up control to the hole probably on every single play, most likely. That's going to try to spend those as fast as he can. So that's where we are sitting. And in fact, I've only got 3 red chips left to give out because I've used so many of them here. They give you a lot more blue chips than they give you red chips when you get the game. So so McNeely, when we start the round, McNeely will have the first play, and actually Lowry will have the honors because he's got a better score. So it'll be Lowry and McNeely in the first group, with Lowry having the honors on Sunday. So that's the third round complete. And don't forget about all the B-plus golfers. When we get to the first group and their 15th hole, first group 15th hole, that's when we're checking to see if anybody is what's called making a move. So what I'm going to do now is finish this third round video off. I will play the first 9 holes for all golfers offline. And when Novak and Matsuyama tee off on hole 10, that's where we'll pick up the stream at that point. So that's what we've got at the moment. That's where we're sitting. Whoops. That is where we're sitting from Torrey Pines. Keep in mind, these B-pluses are going to hang around because you don't know when they might be called upon to possibly contend. So all the guys in the B-pluses, Putnam, Knapp, Yu, Ramey, Bridgman, Keegan Bradley, Tosti, Goddard, Higo, Justin Rose, Zuber, Hoshino, Smalley, McGreevy, Vegas, Gracerman, Van Ruin, and Charlie Hoffman all have a chance, possibly, in that B-plus group. So that's going to do it from here. Third round is now complete. Third round is now complete, and it is time for me to move on to the fourth round, and I'll play the front 9 offline, and then Then we'll come back on Sunday afternoon. Not sure if it's going to be live or Memorex. Haven't decided that part yet. But if you want to take a look at, this is what the board looks like right now. And, obviously come back 9, it could be a lot of changes. Obviously, McNeely and these guys could possibly lose contention. Perhaps, maybe one of these guys can lose contention. So McNeely really has to get off to a good start, or he's going to fall out of contention very, very early. And we'll see what happens when it comes to that. And of course, these are all the guys that didn't make the cut. So we'll put them back in their golfers pile for all my golfers. And that's going to do it from here. 45 minutes, that's long enough. Sorry about the glitch. I'm not sure what happened with the internet there. I just saw it was doing its thing. The transition will be all right when I come back and you see that, about the 10-minute mark of the video or whatever minute it was. Hopefully you won't miss anything. I did try to recap when it was all said and done. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed this presentation of the 3rd round of the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines in La Jolla, California, just outside of San Diego. Hope you enjoyed that presentation. Till next time, until the final round on Sunday, take care, everybody, and we'll see you then.